Go for it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chantel. Welcome again. Today in the practice, we'll explore using a mudra. This one's called Kubera Mudra as a way to access some different focus and concentration in our breathing and also in the yoga postures. So enjoy this stronger practice, accessing the Manipura or third chakra in your belly center. Sometimes translates as your city of jewels or your lustrous gem. So we'll try some, again, active, strong postures today to help let that third chakra shine. Enjoy! Great. So let's begin here seated. If it's available, if you can sit in kneeling position with Thunderbolt, it's going to be a nice kind of tall, clear spine, nice and symmetrical and even. If this is too much pressure on your knees, what you can do is take the block maybe at the flat or the medium level and put it in between your feet. So that way you don't have quite as much angle on your knees. Otherwise, if you want to sit cross-legged position, that'll work too. Take a few breaths here with your palms facing up. Roll and relax your shoulders a little bit deeper down onto your back. And then begin the slow, full, deep breathing, Dirga Pranayama, as a way to take a little glimpse inside and notice what you feel. Slow breath that expands your ribs, that gets to show you the internal resources that you have that we'll be using to create the postures in the class. And then we'll start today with a mudra. So a mudra is like a little yoga posture for the hands. This one's called Kubera Mudra. So you take your hands, bring all 4 fingers together to the center of your palms, and then open out the pointer and the middle fingers like the number 3. Bring those 3 fingertips together so they've got like that pinpointed focus coming together, and it's kind of like a little, like delicious sign. So let your hands rest down onto your legs, and then just like any other yoga posture, you might notice like different muscles working in your hands that you don't usually use to hold this mudra together. And then try here, take these middle 3 fingers, let them open out a little wider away from each other, and then connect them back in together. So that way you're able to notice like the contrast, the difference. Once again, let your fingers open out a little wider. What's it like when they have space around them? And then connect it back together. Let your eyes close, and before I explain what the qualities usually associated with this mudra are, try noticing what you feel yourself. Maybe there's a slight change in the pacing of your breath, or where it feels like your attention is directed inside your interior world, inside your body. So this Kubera Mudra is usually associated with a longer exhale. So you might feel your navel center drawing in and up towards your spine, holding a little empty for a brief, like maybe a heartbeat or 2 longer than usual. We call that an external kumbhak. So it's a way to activate your navel center or solar plexus. That's the third chakra, Manipura. So it's a place of confidence. It's also like the wellspring of your vitality. This mudra is also associated with brahmacharya, which is the yoga practice of moderation of energy. So as we check in with that wellspring of vitality when you're empty, when you're really gazing inside, when it's just you, you're able to notice how your reserves are, and then make some intelligent decisions from there. Take a little deeper, go a little bit more gentle. So we'll keep coming back to using that throughout the rest of the class. Maybe not the mudra itself, but those qualities and the long exhale that it brings about. So relax your hands from here. Might be a nice little reach. Let's interlace your hands, flip your palms, lift your arms up high and tall, and then lean your way over onto one side. So your opposite hip will press down while you reach to the side. The side edges of your ribs can lengthen. The hands are getting a stretch after that mudra. Back up tall through the top, and then over to the other side. So a little lean and reach. And then back tall through the top, and we'll relax the arms down. Come forward now into table pose, hands and knees. So spread out nice and wide through your fingers, knees based underneath your hips. And ease your way a few times through cat and cow. So on the exhale, when you round your back, find that same place of navel drawing in and up to the spine for strength when you're empty. And then from there, stretch out in all directions, hips back, chest forward. Remember to press down through your knuckles and your fingertips. So already you're developing some strength in your forearms and in your hands. And now let's switch that. Curl your toes under, lift your knees about 2 inches off the ground, and continue the cat-cow. So exhaling, rounding your back. Breathing in, tilt your pelvis, roll your shoulders. So notice if there's maybe a little difference in the range of motion that's available. A bit of extra heat or strength building in your arms and your thighs. When you're getting strong in certain areas, what does it take to keep it smooth and clear in others? So that sense of balance, moderating your energy. Okay, we'll try for one more. Check to make sure that the 2 inches of your knees hasn't grown too much higher. And then a very welcome downward facing dog. Lift the hips. You might want to walk your feet back a little farther or your hands slightly forward. Let's lengthen and stretch through the spine using the firmness of your knuckles again, your fingertips. Legs can stretch out a little bit, head can loosen. Okay. All right, let's lower from here down onto the ground with your knees. Lean over to the side, so you'll take your right foot off to the side, your left leg long and straight. Stack up tall, high, and open with your left arm, and then reach your left arm up and over your ear. So from the place where you're getting strong in the center, you're going long with your leg and your arm. Now you can even here take a little bit deeper. Move your left foot back a little farther away from the middle of the yoga mat. Top arm will reach back and lean a little bit away as well. Bottom shoulder follows while your hips press forward towards the long side of your mat. So if you're looking from above, you'd see almost like a crescent-like shape, like a curl, a curve, almost like cobra pose. All right, let's switch for the other side. So down through the center. Left toes go off like a little kickstand. Right leg long and straight. Stack up tall first, and then reach the arm long and forward. To add a little bit extra, your right foot can move off the mat behind you. Hips press the other direction. Shoulders, the back of your head, maybe your fingers reach and follow. Big full breaths to open up the front side of the body. Great. And then back down through the center. Great. Let's come next all the way down into dolphin plank pose. So that's down onto your knees. You can lower down onto your elbows to measure first. Reach your fingers around the outside edges of your elbows. So for most of us, this is a good measurement of about shoulder width apart, with your fingers wrapping around the corners. Then reach the arms back forward again, like plank pose. Here we go, long and straight through the legs back behind. As your heels reach back, look forward past your fingers, and then keeping the front of your thighs toned and lifted. A few exhales where you feel that moment when you're quiet and empty again, external kumbhak, lasting a little bit longer. So maybe a little tremble and shake starts to build through the center of your belly. Accessing the place, this Manipura, third chakra, it's also the place of transformation and change. So we take food and digest it into nutrients, the building blocks for our life. And we also take challenging moments, experiences, and digest them, assimilate them into maybe more wisdom and patience. Lower the knees to the floor for Sphinx. Drop the hips, stretch the legs back one at a time. Take all that heat that was building in your belly, press down through your elbows, and feel that wellspring of your vitality lifting up so the fire in your belly becomes the heart fire, glowing up a little bit brighter and taller inside your chest. Let's try that again. Elbows nice and sturdy, about shoulder width apart. Prop up on your knees first. And then here we go, legs to reach back long and far, press back through your heels. Pressing the floor away through your elbows. Eyes can look down a little bit between your fingers. Let the exhale get a little longer and stronger, wrapping your belly around the center. And even through any little shakes or trembles that might be building, keeping relaxation across the face. and then we'll release. Knees to the floor. Flip your toes, stretch back your legs. Lengthen forward and tall, let the eyes close. So you can kind of bask in all of the heat and energy that you're building, creating and changing. Again, the fire from your belly lifting up tall to become the heart fire in your chest. Lower down from here to the center, open your elbows a little wider. Stack your forearms and then let your head come down to rest. From here, sway your hips a little side to side. You can even lift your knees and sway your feet from side to side. Lift your feet rather, and sway from side to side. All right, and then hand sliding back underneath. Let's roll up again over your knees. Here we go, building again up and back into down dog. From here, next step your right leg forward to the front of the mat. Spin the back leg down nice and sturdy and steady. And let's take your right arm on the inside edge of your right leg for side angle pose. Arm presses against your leg, so that structure like bone on bone, helping together to help you rotate and twist. Back leg is long and straight, heel a little farther behind, arch is lifting slightly. Stretch your top arm up and over your ear so you'll reach out and get long, almost similar to what we did earlier when our knee was down on the ground. So stretching long and far, leaning a little bit back through the shoulders, and then find here this balance. On your exhale, you find that strength like the dolphin plank. Navel to the spine, and from that place, you reach out and lengthen. Great. So breathing out, there's that bit of finding your center in the middle, and breathing in that little bit of extra reach. We'll be here for a little bit longer, so if you'd like to try the full bind, your top hand can come around behind your back. This bottom arm's already in front. Elbow can bend its way underneath to reach and connect your hands from behind. Roll back through your shoulders so you have a little bit of extra space to grow across your chest. Great. And let's release back down to the floor. Downward facing dog again. Follow all of that fresh circulation that can move down through your right leg. Watch how the body realigns. How you can regulate your breath again. So that brahmacharya, moderation of energy. And another side to switch. Left leg can come forward. Spin the heel down to the ground at a little bit of an angle. Arm can come down on the inside, so again you can use like a little block to help you out. I'll get the belt ready for the option the next time. Back leg long, strong and straight. Here we go. First to twist. Parsva Konasana, side angle pose. Then top arm can reach out nice and far. The head isn't relaxing down, but it's reaching with purpose. Forward and out past your fingertips too. Your tailbone reaches towards your back heel, so in two directions from that place in the center of your belly, you're getting longer. Top arm might reach around your back for the full bind. And here's how nice place that you can use the belt. Take the belt in your top hand so you just have like kind of that one tail draping behind, and then your other hand can reach underneath, giving yourself a couple of extra inches on the belt as you press your arm against your leg and rotate and turn. Okay, from here back down to the floor. This time we'll hop forward and up to the front of your mat and forward fold. Let's rise up into chair pose first. Settle down low and deep through your heels and your hips. Lift up tall through your chest. Sitting down a little bit deeper. And then rising up all the way tall. Let your arms relax down by your sides. Great. So from this place in the center, let's do one more. We'll do dancer pose, Natarajasana. You can bring your left elbow to your waist. Already you're rolling open your shoulder. Reach for either the outside of your left ankle or the inside, whatever feels best for your shoulder, a place where you can have a strong grip. And then start with your hand actually onto your belly instead of reaching forward. The leg reaches back and far. Belly reaches a little bit farther forward, so you can feel this place we connected to again in that dolphin plank. From there, hand can place up onto the chest, And as you kick your leg a little farther back behind, it's then that chest, that heart fire that's getting a chance to reach a little bit farther forward. Arm can extend out if you choose. Checking in with that wellspring of vitality, so you're using the strength and endurance that you've created already without reaching too far that you might feel like you're reaching too far, falling a lot. Maybe ease it back so that the breath can be smooth and slow. And then back up tall to standing. Both feet for a few breaths. Try in between, swim backwards, almost like you're clearing the air and the space from anything that might have accumulated on the side so far. Then right arm reaches back. Left hand onto your belly. Begin first to kick, up and back behind. Feel the navel drawing in and up towards your spine so we find the center, even while you're expressive. Hand can move on to the chest. Here it is from the heart space, reaching and lengthening forward. Arm extending out far. Your eyes might be looking forward, but you can still feel and sense your leg strong, like it's standing up towards the sky, helping you to create some more space for change. And then forward again, back up tall. 2 feet again. Maybe a little sigh out through your mouth. Then try from here, place one hand onto your belly and the other hand up onto your chest. The heat, the strength that you're developing in your belly, feel it shared and rising up towards the heart space. Let's swing up high and tall for a big full breath. And a big wide fold down so you can feel all that space you've been moving in so far. Back once again into down dog. And let's lower down into child's pose. Here are your knees, wider or closer together. Hips can stretch back. Stay there for a few breaths so you can feel your back body expanding behind your ribs, behind your kidneys. And then when you're ready, we'll come up to sitting. Extend the legs out forward for Paschimottanasana. Great. First off, we'll just start briefly. Flex through your feet, let your knees bend a little bit. Even use your hands to clear your glutes out of the way so they're your sit bones. Swing your arms up high and tall, a big full breath. On your exhale, fold down over legs that are as bent as you need to, so you're creating more length in your spine and ease of dropping and relaxing down. And then breathing in again, press down through your hips, lift up tall and lean back. Exhale, folding down and forward. One more time, lifting up high and tall. Navel in and up to the spine as you lengthen forward, and we'll pause here for a few breaths. As you fold and relax down, your hands can find your legs or maybe all the way onto your feet. And let your knees bend enough that you have that actual connection of your belly on your thighs. And from there, sitting up nice and tall again. Great. Let's finish off briefly here with a twist. Bend through the right leg. Step your foot to the floor strong. Lifting up high and tall. Right fingers can move its way behind you. Left arm lifts up with some height. And then elbow reaches over to the other side of your leg to rotate and turn. Every time you exhale, feeling into that place again in the center of your belly, helping you to rotate and turn physically, but also that place of vitality. We'll reach back through the center. Both legs can reach out long. And then other side, foot plants to the floor. Right arm can lift up tall, and then elbow comes over to help you across with a twist. Great. Twisting naturally helps that long exhale again, so that external kumbhak, that brief moment of quiet emptiness. And then back through the center. Bring both feet together, this time Baddha Konasana, with your hands on your shins. Bend your elbows and tilt forward. So similar to that cat-cow we started with. Exhaling back and round in the neck too. Breathing in to take it forward and tall. Exhale to lean your way back. And we'll finish up with one more forward fold. Sitting tall. Elbows bend to help you forward. Press the pinky toe side of your feet together so the arches of your foot open a bit. Hands can stay here if you like to, a little farther forward, lengthening down. Feet farther out in front if the legs are feeling tighter. Closer in together if you want a little bit more oomph. And then back up here to sitting. Take a few moments to pause, sitting tall. Roll and relax your shoulders. Let the eyes close. Feeling into, again, that moment of quiet at the bottom of your exhale where it's just you. And notice if the view inside has changed a little bit after the postures and all that you've been through. And then check in with this place of vitality in your belly center and see where you might need to go next. Some more postures, or maybe laying down to rest for a few moments in Shavasana. Enjoy the rest of your day with this City of Jewels inside your belly, Manipura. Namaste.